This is the show all about you and your space, your home, lifestyle, and how they affect your kids. We are Kid Spaces. Kid Space has had the opportunity to get together with one of the most popular children's books authors in the world, Mary Pope Osborne.
The power of reading is a basic skill fundamentally important for all kids, and parents know it. Kids who read have a better understanding of the world around them. Take, for example, the books of Mary Pope Osborne. Her Magic Tree House series has sold over 120 million copies around the world and has been translated into 33 different languages. Kid Spaces visited Mary at her home in Connecticut to talk about her books and her personal mission, childhood literacy. Mary, children have been learning to read through your Magic Tree House books for over 20 years. I read them as a kid. The series gets children hooked on reading from such a young age, which is incredible. For our viewers who may not know, what is the Magic Tree House series all about?
The Magic Tree House is a time travel series for young readers. Jack and Annie, a brother and sister, climb into a treehouse they find in the woods, and they open a book. There are stacks of books in the treehouse, and they make a wish, and suddenly they land in the time of dinosaurs. And the next time they go to the treehouse, they go to the time of knights and castles, and then mummies and pyramids, and then pirates, and on and on and on. And it's mysterious. I'm not sure where the treehouse comes from or who brought the books into the treehouse. That mystery is solved over time. But the series is full of adventure, it gets kids reading, and hopefully it teaches them all about the time and places that Jack and Annie visit.
And it's fascinating for us to see where it all starts. So when you're ready to write another book, where do you go?
I usually start in my office, which is where I have all my references and my computer and my dogs. And I work there, and I also read my fan mail there, and that inspires me. And
what sort of fan mail do you get?
Oh, I get so many letters, hundreds every month, from parents and teachers and little kids. And then kids send me all kinds of things. They send me food, they send me marshmallows and apples, so I'll keep writing. They make me bracelets and bookmarks, and they write their own stories. It's just a wonderful thing for me to have to keep inspiring me to keep writing the series.
So we are here in Magic Tree House Central with Little Bear and all. This is where the magic happens. I love the feeling in here. And I would love to talk to you more about your books and your advocacy for childhood literacy. I know that you have a nonfiction companion book program. Will you tell me a bit about that?
Magic Tree House is fiction. Takes you around the world, and so often teachers were asking for more information about the places Jack and Annie go to. So my husband Will had the idea that we have a companion series of nonfiction books called the Magic Tree House Fact Trackers, and he gives kids all the facts about the fiction. So teachers can get kids who prefer nonfiction into reading that way, or the fiction readers in first and then the nonfiction. They work at any number of ways. So we call these companion books.
I also heard that the Passport to Adventure program is a great way for kids to interact with Jack and Annie and the books. Will you tell me a bit about that program?
Children get their own passport. They get stickers they can put inside when they've read the books, and then they can explore their own neighborhoods, their own backyards, and fill in the information in the passport. So they're really designed to get kids focused on the world around themselves.
So elementary school teachers and librarians all over the world have embraced your books. Why do you think that is?
Teachers have done so much for the series. From the beginning, they recognized its potential to get kids reading. So on the 20th anniversary, I started a Magic Tree House website just for teachers. It's mthclassroomadventures.org. And if teachers go to that site, they can get free lesson plans, a guide to curriculum for all of the books, and also reading levels. We also have a component that gives books away to teachers who apply for a grant.
Tell me a bit about the Gift of Books program.
The Gift of Books program is part of our Classroom Adventures program, where teachers of underserved schools can apply for a grant of Magic Treehouse books for their classroom. And aside from that, we've given away huge gifts of books to various city groups. And they were to take their books home and not just read them, but share them with their parents and their siblings and make reading a family event.
So Mary, do you have a favorite story about a time where one of your books has impacted a child?
I do have a favorite story. A teacher once wrote me that he had a little girl in his classroom who was afraid of everything. She loved Magic Treehouse books, so he used to whisper to her, "Be Annie," like the little girl in Treehouse who is so brave. So when he said "Be Annie," this girl would garner up her courage and she'd be a different kid. And she overcame her fears that way by using her imagination.
I love that.
I do too.
If you could have one wish granted as an author of children's books, what would it be?
It would be that every child would learn to read by the end of 3rd grade. If you do not read at grade level by the end of 3rd grade, you are 4 times more likely to drop out of high school. And 60% of the people in our prisons today dropped out of high school. So I really have this belief we could change the world if children could really learn to read well by the end of 3rd grade.
That's amazing. Mary, I know that millions of kids around the world cannot wait for the next installment of the Magic Treehouse books to see what's going on with Jack and Annie. Thank you so much for joining us today on Kids Spaces.
Thank you, Kristen. I really had a wonderful time.
For more information about this series, activities, and more, visit the website magictreehouse.com. And be sure to visit designingspaces.tv, where you can see this portion of Kids Spaces again.
For more information about anything you've seen on today's show, or to find out how to be part of the show, log on to designingspaces.tv. You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.